Hi, in this video I want to teach you how to crochet this beautiful skirt. It's a set and it's very easy to do, and here is the list of material you're gonna need to make. To make this skirt, this is the crochet thread that I'm gonna use. It's number 10. It's a very fine thread, so I'm gonna use them double. I have 6 of this ball of yarn and I hope I have enough, but if I don't have enough, I have this lilac and white that I will create some stripe near the bottom that will give more length. So depending on your height, if you are a taller person you will need more, if you're a little bit shorter person you will need less. And if you're using one that is number 1 or 2, you use them just one strand of yarn, but for me this number 10 I had to use them double. This one is 100% polyester, but you can use cotton or silk, and you will need a elastic for the top, but that's optional because you can crochet a chain and do single crochet to it and create a cord, and you can tie it on and off with that cord. But for mine I will do with elastic. So you will need to make a liner for your skirt, and I will do mine a separate liner, no attached to the skirt, that way I can use it on and off with different skirt. And that is one of the options. The other option is to sew it to the skirt. And the crochet hook is a 3.5 millimeter, and you're gonna need tapestry needle and scissors. I'm gonna start with a chain long enough to do the circumference on my hip. That's the wider part of the body. So you can do the skirt for a little girl to an extra large, as long as the chain is multiple of 4. So I'm gonna start with my chain. And I'm gonna continue off camera, and I will let you know how many chain I'll give to mine, and mine will be a size large. Here I have 168 chain, and I made sure that it's not twisted, and I'm gonna go to the first one and I'm gonna do a slip stitch. Now I'm gonna chain 1, and in that same space I'm gonna do a single crochet. Now I'm gonna do single crochet all the way around, chain 1, and continue with single crochet until I have like from 3.5 to 4 centimeters wide of single crochet. I'm gonna do this off camera, and I will let you know how many rows of single crochet you will need to have the amount that I need for that width. That is, this is 3 centimeters, so I want it from 3.5 to 4 centimeters, a little bit wider than the elastic. It will look like this. So you have to make sure that it's not twisted and you have multiple of 4. I did my last single crochet, but I wanted to show you how to finish this row, just in case it's a beginner that want to do the skirt. That way they know how to finish and how to start the next row of single crochet. You're gonna go here after you do the last one and go to the first one and do a slip stitch like this. You're gonna chain 1, and in that same space you're gonna do a single crochet, and like that you're gonna continue all the way around, and you always gonna finish here in the last one and do a slip stitch in the first one, and continue like that until you have from 3.5 to 4 centimeters. Something that I wanted to just suggest: if you don't have elastic, or you make this piece for sale and you don't want to add to the expense buying elastic, what you can do is do a row. After you do 3 rows of single crochet, you can do a row of double crochet. That way in that space you can pass through a chain, a little cord that you will crochet, and you pass it through, and that will be for tying the waist. So what you're gonna do for that, you will do a chain of 3, and you're gonna do a double crochet on each space, just 1 row. That will give you the space that you need to pass the little, like that, cord through or the chain. And then after that you will continue working with single crochet, but for me I will do with single crochet. Here I finished the border, and I measure 4 centimeters, and yes, you see, wider than the elastic. And even if you do the row of double crochet, try to do 4 centimeters for the width of top of the skirt. So now we're gonna do V stitches, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna chain 3 in the same space where we did the slip stitch, 1, 2, and 3, and we're gonna do a double crochet in that space, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in that single crochet, and 2. You're gonna count 1, 2, 3, and then number 4 you're gonna do again the V stitch. That will be 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet. My battery is almost dead. And this is what you're gonna do all the way around in this row. Again, 1, 2, 3, and then number 4 you're gonna do your V stitch. So it's 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet in the same space. So I'll meet you here when I finish this row. Now you see it's very easy skirt to do because this is the stitch we're gonna use all the way to the end. Here I'm gonna finish with a slip stitch in the 3rd chain. And as you wanted to show you, I'm peeling because I went to the beach. Now when I went to my country, I went just for 1 day, and I had 1st-degree burn because I don't put any lotion or anything. I just went to the water, nice and warm, and I spent all day, and then peeling completely everywhere. And in my face, I had, like I said, like a 1st-degree burn, like my forehead, my nose, my lips, my chin, everything was swollen. That night I couldn't sleep. So I don't recommend going to the beach with no lotion. I never again do that in my life. First and last time. I paid the price for that. So here, after you finish that first row, you're gonna do 2 slip stitch, 1 at the top of the double crochet, and 1 to the center of the V stitch. Now you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and you're gonna do a double crochet, chain 2, and 2 together in the same space. We're creating again the V stitch. This time we're gonna do a chain of 1 to separate each V stitch, and again we're gonna do 2 double crochet, chain 2, and 2 double crochet, chain 1, and again the V stitch. And I know that row before we don't did any chain space, and this one we're doing just 1. And these are the only 2 that will have 1 in here, none in here, and 1 in here. The rest gonna be by multiple row. I finish here, and I will explain exactly what I mean. So after this row of a chain 1 space, I will do 10 centimeters of V stitch with 2 chain in between. After those 10 centimeters of 2 chain in between, I will do 10 more of 3 in between. So it will be a V stitch, 3 chain, and a V stitch. That's every 10 centimeters. And then 4 in between, and then 5 chain in between. You continue with those 5 until you have the desired length. Depend on the height of the person that you're doing the skirt, and you're gonna do it around almost from the baby finger to the thumb, that width, almost to your ankle, because this is gonna be a very long skirt. So around 8 inches, you know, halfway down your leg. Okay, that way we're gonna finish with that in the bottom, and that will be the end of the skirt. I hope you guys understand. I will explain as I go. First, I'm gonna finish this row of 1 chain in between, and I will do off camera the 10 centimeters of 2 chain in between, and I will let you know how many row in total that was that give me those 10 centimeters. That way, if you don't have a measuring tape, you don't have to measure. But around like that. It's 10 centimeters. Here I want to show you how to do the 2 chain and separation. So I'm working in my strip of the V-stitch with 2 chain in between. So and now after the 3rd row, you're gonna have the V-stitch, chain 2, the V-stitch, chain 2, like that. And after that, you see, I'm working already in the strip. So I'll let you know how many rows I will give to mine, and after that I will show you how to do with the chain 3 in between, and after that you continue working 4 chain in between or 5 chain in between. For mine gonna be 5 chain in between for the last strip. Here I did my 10 centimeters and they were 7 rows. Remember, without counting these 2 first row. And don't have to be exactly 10 centimeters, can be more or can be less, can be 7 rows, can be 8, 9, 10, whatever you want to do before you do more chain here. So this one was a chain of 2, and then the next one will be a chain of 3, and then I will do probably a 9 row with a chain 3 of separation, and then I will change to 4, and like that I will continue until I have the length that I need, like before halfway down my leg, before I have to do the part in the bottom to finish the skirt. You see? Like that you're going to continue. So I will meet you here when I have the length that I want for my skirt, and I'll let you know how many rows I did for mine in total until that part where I'm going to change things a little bit. So now in row 21 I start working with my other 2 ball of yarn, so I hope I have enough, and I'm going to keep my finger crossed. This is how it looks so far, and I done 40 row, and I measure 68 centimeters long, and it's a little bit past my knee. So the separation that I have here is 5 chain separation for quite a while. I did 5 chain. So now I'm gonna do 2 rows of single crochet, and after that I'm gonna do again the V-stitch, but with a chain separation of 1 or 2 for the bottom. That will create a flare on the skirt in the bottom part. So that's what we're gonna do now. Well, after you done the length for your skirt that you need before you do this part, remember for mine are 40 row or 68 centimeters, but maybe for you have to be more because you are taller, or less because you are shorter. So you have to measure this on yourself, and this one's is like 4.5 finger down my knee. So now after you finish with that part, and you finish here with a slip stitch, you're gonna chain 1, and in that same space you're gonna do a single crochet, and on top of the next double crochet you're gonna do a single crochet. In this 2 chain space you're gonna do 2 single crochet, and on top of this double crochet you're gonna do a single crochet, and in the next double crochet you're gonna do a single crochet. And now in the chain 5 space you're gonna do your 5 single crochet. Like that you're gonna continue all the way around doing a single crochet on top of each stitch in the bottom. And when you finish that, you'll do a slip stitch here, chain 1, and do a single crochet on top of each single crochet. I'm gonna do this off camera because this is very wide for me to record doing it all the way around. So I'll meet you here when I have done those 2 rows. Here I finished the 2 rows of single crochet, and now here where I did the slip stitch, I'm gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and I'm gonna do another double crochet, chain 2, and another 2 double crochet in the same space, creating again the V-stitch. we're gonna chain 2, and we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, and then number 4 again we're gonna do the V-stitch. So we're repeating exactly how we start with the V-stitch. The only thing that here is to chain in between. Chain 2, 1, 2, 3, and then number 4 again I'm gonna do my V-stitch. Like this. When I finish here, I'm gonna do a slip stitch here, and then do 1, 2 slip stitch until I get the center, and I continue with this V-stitch, chain 2, V-stitch until I have my skirt almost to my ankle. So almost there, and I will let you know if I'm gonna do a finish in the bottom or I will just leave it like that with a V-stitch. Okay, so it's very easy. I finished this part and I did 10 row. So now I'm gonna do a border. This border is optional. You can just leave it like this, or you can do it with a different color yarn, or you can do it with the same yarn that you're using. That's what I'm gonna do with the same yarn. I try to do it with a different color yarn, but I don't like the way I look. So here I'm gonna do 1 and 2 slip stitch until I get to the center at the 2 chain space at the first V-stitch. I'm gonna chain 3. And I'm gonna do 2 double crochet in the same space. I'm gonna go to the chain 2 space and I'm gonna do a single crochet. I'm gonna chain 3, and again I'm gonna do 2 double crochet in that space. I'm gonna go to the next chain 2 space and I'm gonna do a single crochet, and it starts to look like this. Again, you're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, and in the same space you're gonna do 2 double crochet, and you're gonna do a single crochet in the next chain 2 space. Like that, you're gonna continue all the way around, creating this border. And when you finish here, you're gonna finish with a slip stitch. And I have used the 6 ball of yarn completely. Almost, I have just a little bit left. I hope I have enough for the border. And each of these ball of yarn had 503 meters on each of them. So I use a lot of yarn. I'm a little bit, I can say regular size. My height, so 5.5 around 5.5. So here I'm gonna finish with a slip stitch, and that first slip stitch that I did there to get inside that chain 2 space. I'm gonna chain 1, cut the yarn, loose the tail. I'm gonna sew the elastic on the top, and I will show you the end result. This is what I have left of the 6 ball of yarn. So, but I have another one out there that I want to see if I can do a blouse for the combination with the skirt, but with that color and other ones. Here I sew the elastic to the skirt. So now I'm gonna put it on and then show you the end result. Well, here is the end result of the skirt, and it looks fantastic. And I hope you guys like it and give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you are not already a subscriber. And if you make this, any of this piece or the set, and you want to send me some pictures, you can do it through my Facebook page, Ruby Stedman, or you can find me in my Instagram, Ruby Stedman Crochet. I wish you have a beautiful day. Bye.